Hello, everyone. My name is Dread, and this is Miss Valley Entertainment News. I'm not really a happy camper. I'm not angry. I'm just not happy right now. First of all, just a few short hours ago, my Skyrim, personally curated Skyrim Modlist. Boy, I'm having trouble getting the words out even. Which is called Scrim. If you know my Miss Valley Skyrim channel at all, or you're on my Discord, you know I've been using Scrim for about a year now, or very close to it. Put it together. It's been a great mod list, but it began to get a few issues around the edges, and I was like, I could do better than this. It's time to create a new mod list. So I am going to be working on a new mod list called The Hill. But in the meantime, here I am, and I'm like, what am I going to do to celebrate the retirement of this list that I've used pretty damn successfully up till now? And I thought, you know what I really want to do? I really want to just go through and play Skyrim on my own. Don't not record it. Tell everybody about it afterwards, though. Maybe record the final battle. Just go through and, defeat Alduin, beat the game. I thought, great, let's do it. So I spent a lot of time over the last 10, 11, 12 days, whatever it's been, playing copious amounts just of that. And I got up to level 31 and about 31 and a third, 31 and a quarter, 31 and 2/5. I don't know, somewhere in there. And yeah, Todd Howard of Bethesda slapped me down. No, it wasn't anything to do with any updates. I have not updated my Skyrim. Don't worry about that. Nope, but I ended up with a bug, and the bug corrupted every single save I have. So it was officially just like that. Put a bullet in it. It's retired. It's done. I'm a little sad because I wanted to go out on top, and instead I get kind of dragged through the poop that is Bethesda. Am I blaming Bethesda? Yes. This is basically a fault of a crappy engine and a poor game design. That's why this happens. It's definitely not the modders' fault. They do their best, but in the end, you can't actually fix Skyrim. You can't fix it. It's literally unfixable. You can make it better. You can make it much better, but you can't fix it because the engine and the design are the problems. So I'm a little sad about that. And now I see Biggie Boss has something we need to react to, and it's on Skyrim. And oh, darn it, I knew this was coming. You all argued with me. You said no, Dread. You're thinking that Todd Howard and Bethesda are coming after unpaid mods. You're being ridiculous. It's fine. They're not doing that. They're not. You're delirious. People called me names. I was right, am right, and continue to be right. Let's listen to what Biggie Boss has to say and react to this video, which he calls another update coming soon. Praying Todd stops touching Skyrim. Oh, Todd touching Skyrim seems like a video you might find on the dark web. Ooh, put out by that Epstein guy. Not or Weinstein or one of not good. Not good. But this for Skyrim players is even worse. I don't need big hyperbole. If you're into Skyrim, you're going to want to know about this. So let's get into it.
I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
Oh no, Hadvar. He is not gone for good this time. Todd is back. So Bethesda is at it again, and they are releasing another new update for Skyrim. And you might be thinking, wow, isn't that weird? Didn't we just have an update? And yes, we did, but I'm honestly not that surprised because Bethesda has essentially set up a framework
this is coming.
to constantly release updates for Skyrim in the future.
I did not know it was coming this soon, if the update's coming soon. Because they've been talking about, regular updates every 6 weeks, coming to Starfield at some point, which I still call bullshit, but yeah, we'll see. And because they've got the creations now, they have an excuse to update Skyrim because of the creations. And every time they update Skyrim, they break mods. How many people are going to be like, but I've got Skyrim and my Skyrim updated and now I can't play? How come the mod authors aren't fixing their mods so I can play them? And the mod authors are going to be like, fuck no, they keep updating this bugger every month. Why would we? This is the first step. This is the first, well, actually, it's the second step. Okay. The first step in taking down or making almost nothing out of this, right? Taking them down from like modding Skyrim, unpaid mods. People are like, they're up here, man. And Bethesda wants to take that down to way down here and have at least a third of those people go over to paid mods so they can make money. Because that's all they care about. And they don't make any money off unpaid mods. So they are going to encourage people not to use unpaid mods by continually breaking the game for modders. The only mods that won't be breaking are the ones in creations. And you see how this is going now. So the creations was step 1. You might even say it was step 2. We could go back to the original creations back in 2015, whatever the hell it was, when they tried this and quickly reverted it. They felt the backlash and they reverted it. That was just a test. That was dipping a toe into the water to see how it was. They did not pull back and say, golly, we're never doing that again. No, they said, okay, now we know what the reaction is. How are we going to get around this? How are we going to crush the opposition? The opposition's not another gaming company. The opposition, if you mod Skyrim, is you. You are standing in the way. If you are using unpaid mods, you are standing in the way between Bethesda and your money. They want you out of the way. They want free access to your wallet. Anywho, so that was actually the first step. And now the creations that just came out is step 2. And now continually updating Skyrim. And I was saying I'm sure I said in one of my videos, they're going to update it probably every month or so. That's coming at some point. I said they might start doing it every 6 months and then slowly get it down. But it looks like they're going to do it pretty quick. Because they're convinced this way people with newer versions of Skyrim won't have the same mods because the mod office won't update it because they're going to get tired of this, and I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. And people are going to be like, I guess my only choice then is to get paid mods. Not your only choice, but it's going to be the choice that Bethesda is driving you to by breaking the competition. Let's get back into this.
Future and keep breaking things. So a month ago, Bethesda, on top of releasing the new Creation Club stuff, they expanded their servers. So their long-term goal is to continue to push paid mods.
Yeah.
And when they do so, apparently they don't have the capacity to stick to one version of Skyrim. Every time they add new paid mods, they will update Skyrim.
They don't have a problem with that. That's exactly what they want to do. Do they have the option of not doing that? I bet you they do, but they have no intention of doing it any other way. You know, it's interesting. Bethesda is getting to the point where they're becoming known as a company who's a bad idea to buy their games. Like future games, we know they're going to be janky as shit. They're going to be low quality, not much effort put into them. People generally buy Bethesda games either because they love the property that you know, the series or whatever of games, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, whatever, or they got caught up in the hype, obviously, or they intend to mod it. They're like, well, we know it's going to be bad, but the modders will fix it, and we're going to be able to mod this to our heart's content and make it great eventually. No more, people. No more. You're not going to be able to do that anymore. They're taking that from you, and they're going to give you, no offense to the mod authors who put out paid mods, but they're going to give the crappy mods because they can't link those mods together. It's going to be a really janky system, and you're only going to be able to get so many mods, really, and it's not going to be anything like the unpaid mods list. Not a thing like it. Okay? You're going to get the scraps, the leftovers, right? Because this is the way that works for Todd Howard to make money. Again, I say no more. And when I say no more, I tell you, and I look deep into your soul and say, please, for the love of God, no more. Not no more Todd Howard, because Todd Howard's going to do this. He ain't stopping. I'm looking at you and I'm saying, consumer, no more buying Bethesda products. Stop. Stop. I don't care what they put out. Don't touch it.
And things will end up breaking. Now, the mods most at risk for breaking are DLL mods, I mean, there are other mods that can break too, but DLL mods seem to be especially prone to breaking.
Yeah.
Because they tend to be version specific unless they use address libraries. And even then, sometimes things can get a little bit weird.
Do you not use address library?
Basically, guys, prepare for your list to end up screwing up again if you're using the whatever the native version of Skyrim is. Now, a lot of mod authors have started using a well, either they don't update at all, or within Mod Organizer 2, they use a stock game or
Absolutely. Once I found out about stock games, I won't download a list that doesn't have a stock game, that doesn't play it from its own folder. Makes a copy of Skyrim or downloads a copy of whatever version of Skyrim and attaches all the mods to that, and it's separate than your other version. So even if Steam updates, even if you allow Steam to update, it won't affect your other mod list because that is not connected to Steam. That is its own thing.
Game root function, which a lot of Wabbajack lists as well as Novus do.
Yep.
And so that they can essentially stay on one game version and not have to worry about Todd's or Microsoft's shenanigans.
Yeah.
Now, I think if you are serious about long-term modding, I think that is honestly the play. That is the way to do it.
Yeah.
With regards to mod lists, I won't be playing any other mod lists that choose not to use the stock game or game root function.
I didn't even know he was going to say that, and here I said the same thing. Excellent. Good to be on the same page with Biggie Boss. Seems like a very reasonable person.
Because it's honestly a pain to downgrade, upgrade, figure out what's what, have files get injected.
You have to have a little extra room in your computer or whatever, your hard drive, that's all.
This and that. Now, with regards to Bethesda, why I expected it, like I said, they have the framework in place to continue doing this. It's not going to stop anytime soon, and that's just even more reason for people to stick to one version of the game. Now, the way that this might be a blessing in disguise is maybe the modding community ends up rallying around an older version of the game.
Sure.
Personally, I think that 1.5.97 is the best version.
I kind of disagree. I really prefer the AE version once I've switched to it and everything works now. You got to have the right mods to kind of fix the AE content as well, obviously. But you've got to have mods to fix everything in Skyrim. Everything, because everything is broken. Everything. It's either broken or it looks horrible or it's just unusable. That's Skyrim. Yet it's still a game we love. Like, go figure, right?
Of the game to use. I mean, there's a lot of
use it 1.6.640.
A lot of DLL mods are exclusive to version 1.5.97, and 1.5.97 is the only version.
I believe 1.6.640, which is the AE, doesn't use DLLs actually. Forgive me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe that's how it is. Doesn't have to worry about that then.
DLL mods are exclusive to version 1.5.97, and 1.5.97 is the only version currently that you can generate grass lods on. So, I mean,
Okay, whatever. First of all, if you're still using LOD, load over distance, LOD stuff, good for you. I've used it and I managed to get it working on some mod lists, but I don't like how the difficulty level for it. I just don't like that. I don't like something that's so difficult, but it makes me feel stupid, like I got banged my head against the wall to get it to work right. Same reason I refuse to use Nemesis. I can't freaking figure that program out. I still go with Finis. It works. I don't care. Yes, I don't really like the LOD program. But no grass LODs. I'm not really sure about that. Obviously, everything in AE for 1.6.640 has grass in it. A lot of the mod lists that use that AE have grass. They have moving grass. They have beautiful lush grass, like you're looking at here on screen. So I don't know what he's referring to as far as not having grass LODs. I'm not going to say he's wrong. I just don't know what he means.
the pros to staying on 1.5.97, in my opinion, outweigh the cons. And there are even ways to use Anniversary Edition with 1.5.97. So
Then you got to downgrade. You got to use the downgrader, don't you? So yeah, again, you know what? If you want to use 1.5 point whatever it is, go ahead. Like, go ahead. There's lots of people who have stuck with that and they refuse to update to AE. Um, for those who legit like just refuse to update to it, I kind of laugh at you a little bit. I got to admit, I kind of laugh at you because it's like, what are you afraid of? Like, people run AE completely fine. It only took a few months or whatever, a few weeks, few months for all the mods to catch up to that one. And you've got extra content. Is it great content? Some of it's pretty decent. Some of it's pretty decent. So I really don't know what the problem is with that stuff, but there's still people who are playing, Skyrim like before SE, the original Skyrim, the LE Skyrim, the legendary Skyrim. I kind of laugh at you too. Now I know some people like Morzillo, who was on my Discord and stuff, says he has to play that because his computer can't handle anything else. If that's the case, I understand, and I completely understand why you would do that. However, if your computer is good enough to run SE, I don't know why you wouldn't. And AE is just a small up tier from SE. It's still part of SE. It's just got some added stuff to it. I don't know. Again, when it comes to people's fears, I don't know what's going on with people being afraid of things like that. But you don't have to be. You really don't have to be. Find yourself a good mod list off Wabbajack that uses AE. Install it, play it, see what you think. Maybe you'll end up going back, maybe you won't.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Bethesda will stop doing what they're doing. I highly doubt it. I think that they'll continue pushing these updates. And once again, guys, please just make sure that if you are modding your game and you don't have stock game root, don't have your updates set to automatically update Skyrim when you launch through.
And if I could launch through Steam, yeah. If I could just add another thing, please, please, please do not go to the mod authors pages on Nexus or wherever else and start screaming at them to update their mods because things are broken. Your mod's broken. Your mod's broken. People, calm the hell down. Be nice to your mod authors. Those people do a lot of work for free, usually for their own benefit first, so for their load orders and lists, mod lists, and then they share it with you out of the goodness of their heart so that other people in the community can enjoy it. Give them a break, get off their back, treat them with respect, okay? Treat them like you treat your doctor, okay? You go to your doctor, you respect their wisdom, you tell them what's wrong, and you're like, oh, okay. You do your research, read up on the notes on the mod page and see, oh, okay, they're working on it, or they're waiting a while, or no, it doesn't work with this version, and just stop hounding the mod authors because I see so much of that crap, and I don't know, man. I wish mod authors would like start banning people who do that, ban them from their mods and allow them to use them, just because people get away with that crap and it's just ridiculous. Stop doing it. Stop it.
Basically, you'll just want to right-click your game, go to Properties, and under Updates, click Only Update Skyrim when I launch it. And that way, when you run it through SKSE or your mod organizer, then Skyrim won't actually update. It'll bypass that completely.
Yeah, just don't run it through Steam because then it will update.
Mod lists themselves are kind of straggling right now. I know we're in a kind of weird spot. A lot of mod lists have been down, and this update is probably going to send even more mod lists down.
That's a good reason I'm making my own.
It's just
early stages, so it may take me a few months.
I feel like it's just a game of cat and mouse. It's the community trying to make Skyrim as good as possible, and Bethesda trying to make as much money as possible.
Absolutely.
It is
nail on the head.
It's kind of crazy.
That is true.
What you're seeing here is Row. Row was down for a while, but now it is back up. Some mod lists have gone down. Some mod lists have kind of disappeared forever since recent events.
But it happens.
it's just
More will pop up eventually.
it's a mess of a situation. Only about 20 or so mod lists have actually compiled on version 1.6.1130, meaning you don't have to downgrade your Skyrim yourself to install them, which is less than half of mod lists. I just really didn't expect that. That's pretty crazy.
It's going to get worse because as they keep pushing out more updates to break things with new versions, because every update for Skyrim will push a new version most likely. Okay, and don't forget where this is eventually going to lead. If they aren't happy with the people fleeing off of unpaid mods and over to paid mods, eventually comes when they put in next time you update your game. Oh, hey, the update happens and now I can't run the game anywhere except for on Steam. They put something into the code of the game where it only runs through Steam, doesn't run through SKSE, it doesn't run through a mod organizer or a Vortex or whatever else you're using. Because if you don't think that's coming, it is. And probably at some point in the future, we're going to get the lockdown on Nexus mods too. It's probably going to happen at some point. It may be a year away, it may be 2 years away. It is going to happen. Where suddenly Nexus is going to be told, you take down all Bethesda mods. All modding for Bethesda products stops now. Take them down. If you don't, we'll sue your ass off. And you know Nexus mods will not have a leg to stand on. Sad but true. This is the greed, the duplicity, the evilness of Bethesda at its peak. You're discovering it. Thanks to Biggie Boss for putting this out and allowing me to comment on it and add my own touches. We don't agree on everything, like which version of Skyrim to use, but, we're all part of the same community, and appreciate him and everyone else. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you who are interested in this subject. I don't mean to upset people, but this news is going to be upsetting for some people. But again, the warning signs were here, and if you're listening, you should have known this is coming. It's still a shock, yes. It still hurts, yes, but it's coming, people. It's coming. Treasure the games that you have that are modded from Bethesda, whether you've got some modded Starfield, some modded Skyrim, some modded Oblivion or Morrowind or Fallout 3 or 4. Can you mod New Vegas? I mean, they're not really a Bethesda, but kind of, sort of. I'm just saying, treasure them while you've got them. And I'm going to tell you, find other games out there that you really like and enjoy and spend time in them. Because your days, like me, of spending all your time with one game like Skyrim are probably coming to an end, and you're better off expanding and finding other games. I'm not telling you to quit playing the games you love because they're from Bethesda, but I am telling you this is the way things are going. Please stop buying any Bethesda product or anything that involves money going to Bethesda, Todd Howard, etc. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. Because every time money goes to Bethesda, you are, at this point, encouraging this. Whether you mean to or not, you are. We talk about the Steam Awards. Starfield getting an award, even though everybody says it's a big joke that they got it. It was a ha. You know what happened to Bethesda? They patted themselves on the back and said, see, we did do a good job. People do like us. Because they only hear what they want to hear. The sound of cash registers and the money flying out of your wallet. Everybody, this is Miss Valley Entertainment News. My name is Dread. Have yourself a great day. Good night.